Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is a Let's Play Danganronpa Part 51. In the previous video, we almost wrapped up our final investigation. Trying to remember exactly what happened. It's been a few days since I recorded the last video. Since I couldn't go on any longer. My voice gave out, but I've rested it, haven't recorded anything in about 2 or 3 days, so we should be back to peak capacity, hopefully. Let's I know we were coming back to the biolab. I know we met with Monokuma, and he showed us that picture of everyone except Makoto having a fun time. And then we're coming back to the biolab for something. The first thing I saw when I got there, it's her passed out again. Well, okay, nothing to do here. Let's just go back, have the class trial without Toko. Oh, I'm guessing we're gonna find one of our friends in here. Ah, fine. I guess we'll rescue Toko. Toko, are you okay? No, she's not dead, is she? She fucking boomed us, dude. Ah. It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold I think I might catch cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What, I was asleep? Ah, I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, and then what?
That certain age.
Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was you waking up just now. What'd you do, Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazingo. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate.
You SOB!
And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember it.
Yes!
It's like double the memory. Well, no, it's more like half. Wait, if she... What did she say there? I mean, certain fundamental knowledge of individual memories are separate. Well, I mean, we already know that. It just seems odd that's added as a clue. We'll have to try and remember that. Oh god, what are all our clues again? Need to kind of refamiliarize myself real quick, because I think we're about to probably do the class trial. But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now or I'll slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Vyaku's around somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
That's what we call jacking it. By himself? Probably. I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely you must be right now. Toko shut off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot about her to ask her about the picture. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. We're asking people about the picture that we saw. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's got to be some reason for it. Whose body do you think it's going to be? Think it's just going to be the most recent one? Think they started on the left end and filled them in? So who died last? Was it Who got executed in chapter 4? Wait, no, that was Sakura. So I guess it would be Sakura's body. She was the last person to die. I mean, Sakura didn't really get executed, but the fridge, it's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
Kyoko, of course you're in the morgue. What else did I expect? Kyoko?
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
Sorry if I made you worry. Nah, you don't have to apologize. I don't really know why you were just lurking over there. I mean, well, we do know why you were lurking over there, but let's not go into that.
Listen.
But listen, about this room. Oh yeah,
It would seem...
it's a morgue. Yeah?
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and well, there you have it. You knew she fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assume she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate. When she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why is everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway,
Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave anything hanging open like that. I mean, we should also take a peek.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. But suddenly, she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in there. Oh yeah, Mukuro was the last one to die. Yeah. But Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body's inside the fridge.
I see.
It's like every other time the Mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The Mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Yeah, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do this on my own. Of course you do. We gotta give her some privacy as she gropes the dead body. I'm gonna find a clue this time, and I'm gonna have to grab the Mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just, wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there, that's it? Didn't we got, like, some measurements about Mukuro, I thought, that we were supposed to compare to see if it's actually Mukuro? Yeah. 5'7", 97 pounds. And then vitals. I don't really know if those are measurements, right? I don't know if I would consider those vital. What am I doing? You just said wait over there? That tarp, it had a stamp on it that said a biolab. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the biolab and took it over there. So, but the biolab was locked, right? So, I mean, the only person who would have access to it is Kyoko. At least, that we know. You said, wait, am I supposed to leave? What do you want from me, girly? I can't do it. I can't look inside. Don't... You just said wait somewhere. Should ask Kyoko about that group photo. Is she in it? Yeah, she's in it back there. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier.
Whew.
You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Why not? Because hints are for losers. The only reason you give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. And that's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her? I don't think she's hiding anything from me. That's her thing. Her thing is that she hides stuff from us. She writes, if the Mastermind forged that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. I wouldn't say there's no other explanation. It just depends on how wacky the game's gonna get. Okay. What do you want from me, game? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. There's not, I mean, I guess we could maybe look at this. On the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. Yeah.
It would seem...
See, the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on? Looking around, the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9. 9 lights? So wait. Are there... Because I don't think I was counting Mukuro's. So aren't there 10 people who are dead, right? There's just 6 of us left? So someone who was dead is actually still alive then? Right? Because there's 16 of us. There's only 9. I mean, there should be 7 of us left. So someone who died is actually still alive. Now, does it actually mention that in the clue? Yeah, because I think when I was counting them up, I wasn't thinking of Mukuro. I think I do remember mentioning that it must have been everyone who had died, but I wasn't thinking of Mukuro being in there. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Geez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
Paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood. It seems highly likely that stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means that neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered in other wounds, but they were old. Only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because...
All the Monokuma file says they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I didn't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
That doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
What if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? Oh yeah, I mentioned that, though. What if she'd been dead for a little while?
At the very least...
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? I mean, the only thing is that, like... If it was... Well, I guess if it was stored in the morgue, right? Maybe it wouldn't have started to decompose yet? I don't really know how that works. I mean, I assume if you stick her right in the freezer, right, the decomposition wouldn't, Because, I mean, you'd be able to tell if she'd been dead for a few days. Like, if she'd just been laying out.
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words...
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, with only their logic and common sense. And then as they investigate, they test what they can find against each one of these possibilities. Of course, telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. Lady, we're already the second best in the school. Now, granted, there's not that many people here, but beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Okay.
Hey.
Now, what was her account? Just that they were dead beforehand? The condition of the body. Come to think out about it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
So...
5 foot and 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
Indeed.
Don't forget about the Fender tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case is without a doubt Mukuro Ikisaba. I don't like the way you shot down our Inquisition that quickly. Didn't you just say you have to consider every possibility? And then she's immediately like, don't even think about that. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I do not trust you. And what did it update to? But has she confirmed it, though?
And?
I mean, they wouldn't have mentioned it if it wasn't important, right? God, is Kyoko actually the real Mukuro or something? Are they, like, mixed up? I don't know. Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then...
It looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Wait, are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like that?
Why?
Sad? Did you forget she was our enemy once? Part of the ultimate despair. Well, I mean, maybe. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still.
Whew.
Really are naive, you know that? Really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. But for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then...
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. Need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in the locker. If I don't do it now. Hello, girly. Why have you been lying to us? Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
What?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What? So...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those locker rooms on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
I do, yes. To get into any of those lockers, you need to have a handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook,
I see.
one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? Can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have ever had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto.
Oh, is she talking about the DVD from the beginning of the game? Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Okay, let me give you the Handmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problems opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. Urgent interviews. DVD, and it says Class 78 Urgent Interviews.
So...
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
Okay, so no, it's not the DVD from the beginning of the game. I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Alright.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. You have a second to listen to me ramble? We've been doing that a lot lately, but sure. Ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the Mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the Mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the Mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. Determination to defeat the Mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? Ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it. But her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. Only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncovered is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep on moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Even behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. Better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. That no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Alrighty, Makoto, he's fired up. Well, the AV room, I know where that is. It is, you know, around here somewhere. Why is Hina lit up? Why do you have an exclamation point, Hina? What's up, girly? I'm still unbelievably mad at every single one of you, but how's it going? So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto? Sorry, gotta go. What? She ran off so fast that I didn't have time to ask her to stop. Why? Why won't you talk to me? Makoto, everyone hates you. I don't know why. Makoto is like such a pure and innocent soul, and everyone hates him. Oh, that's how you open the log. Well, that's neat. Wish I had known that for the entire game. Well, I mean, the thing is still lit up, so I'm interested. Maybe there's something going on back here? Doesn't seem to be the case. There's something in the meat rack? It's a deli-style display case. There's food and stuff. Okay. Not surprisingly, one of the knives is still missing. Thank you. A bunch of vegetables. I don't know, I just think it's odd that because usually, I mean, the only time I've ever seen exclamation points has been when there's something important in that room. I don't know, the fact that it like didn't go away after Hina left is odd. I don't really see anything worth looking at. One of the monitors. Camera. And a clock. Okay. I don't quite get it, but hopefully that's not important. Where are we go? Oh, yeah, we were looking at the map. Oh my god. One of these days I'll learn the button to press. Anything else? No other exclamation points. Yeah, that's where we're supposed to go. But I'm gonna investigate these exclamation points first. Just in case that's something you're supposed to do. Like, I don't want to, if the AV room, if we go in there, if it procs the class trial, like, I don't know. Maybe there's like you just have to do this stuff to get the secret ending. The letter was part of Monokuma's setup, too. You want us to find it and he acted all sudden crazy? I'm sure anyone watching the broadcast would just eat that kind of drama up. Hello. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't. He just walked away. What the? Why was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. Well. It's very odd. So I don't know why I keep hitting the wrong buttons in the exact same order every time. That's weird. Why? Like what got told to everyone that now they're like super avoiding us? Is Hiro the only one left? Yeah, should be. Now if Hiro runs away, I'm gonna be kind of like, Hiro, I don't know what to think about you, dude. The only reason I even have a slightest suspicion of you is just because it's kind of a trope to have the dumbass character actually be the mastermind. Hey, Hiro! Ah! Makoto! What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No, sorry, I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. I wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I found. He was afraid of me. Why? So the only thing I can think of is that maybe everyone did go talk to Monokuma before us, and Monokuma told them some shit that makes them suspect us? Think that we're like a freaking monster? I don't really know. Nobody in the gym. Where are we going again? Yeah, the AV room, right? It's interesting. I don't know. Because everyone just suddenly... Well, Genocide Jack, yeah, because she wouldn't... If Toko had met with Monokuma, then... Because she wasn't, like, freaked out or anything. I mean, she just ran off because she's a weirdo. Granted, I don't think Genocide Jack would be scared of anything that's told to her. Because everyone else is like had wanted to have nothing to do with us. Well, Kyoko, we didn't. Well, we never brought it up to Kyoko. For Kyoko, maybe. Yeah, because now I think about it, she's the only one that said she didn't go. So maybe she didn't actually go, and everyone else did. Hmm. She should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well, I better take a look. Took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. That it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. Stared into the black of the monitor. Must have only been a few seconds. But to me, it felt like an eternity. And all of a sudden, an image appeared. I want to say popped up and appeared. Sayaka? Talking about total surprise, I haven't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned on the side of the screen. Or on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation.
What is this? What is this? I don't like this. Welcome to our casting event.
I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's Ten's face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute.
Is this a porn sheet? Are we about to see something we don't want to see?
It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school.
So, like, everyone except Makoto was in on it? Is that the fucking... Is that what they're saying?
Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school? Or did they agree? I guess the question is, like, were they on it, or have they had their memories messed with? What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe.
Well, about that.
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. So it was only Sayaka's? I thought it was going to be an interview with everyone. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I'm thinking. So we know one of the bodies isn't in the morgue. I mean, could Sayaka still be alive and in on it? Like, I don't know. Because I know how much you wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. You wanted that so bad, you tried to frame me for murder. So, why? Why would you say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor... Okay, so it is going to be with everyone. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. What? Huh? What I saw was... So it's everyone's memories have been messed with then. So it doesn't... So not everyone but Makoto is in on it. Impossible. Undeniably me.
So, Makoto, Before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Also, you should take off your pants.
Yes.
He and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation, but the I and the here and now had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk with him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
Well, that's a very interesting phrase.
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you.
So it's almost like they're being forced in, not forced into it, but like they have an obligation?
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Okay, so it is everyone's in on it. Or not in on it, but everyone agreed. Kyoko? Ina? Everyone. They all said they agreed to live in this school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. He sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. He accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Of course, it meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie, looks like it broke out of service. It just happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then, when... Wait, now then when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anytime, anywhere. That's what failure is, right? Are there not more DVD players? Failure my ass, you got the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, I'd just be more the same. He'd ask them the same question and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself, let out a huge, exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in the favor of the mastermind. But does that mean I've lost my memory too? But what about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... is it finally time? It'd actually be pretty good timing if the class trial is about to begin.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn.
Oh, Monokuma, the poet.
Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought.
Well, not necessarily.
But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get started.
I don't know if I'm going to replay the game, Monokuma. We might not be seeing each other again.
The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
It's about to begin again. Class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all of our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay, then. This is the end. Well, it's the end of the video. In the next video, we will begin the final Clash trial and maybe finally learn the truth. You know, we've got a lot of clues. The pieces are there. We just have to figure out how to assemble them. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.